Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Assetto Corsa, and welcome to Cirque de la Sart, Le Mans, given a name. We're going to do just a couple laps of a GT3 race tonight, and I wanted to do Assetto Corsa, and I wanted to do a night race because I think this is just about goodbye. I really think it is. Assetto Corsa Competizione comes out in less than 2 weeks, and it's got day-night cycle, dynamic day-night cycle, and it's got weather. It's got a lot of things that we've sort of been waiting for, and they're gonna be here finally out of nowhere. And like with a lot of video games, I don't know if you do this. I definitely do this. I always think I'm gonna keep a game and continue playing it, but then I never do. So that's us right there in the AMG GT3. All GT3 cars, we're in the AMG GT3. That's us. I always think I'm going to keep games. I always think I'm going to play them, and then I don't. So there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. I mean, there are some classic games that never get old, but a lot of them, like once the new one comes out, you just never play it again. So I wanted to bring this in and, I don't know, just reflect for a minute, like what it takes to get Assetto Corsa to do this. And if you know, is it, JGSM or JGME? There's a mod loader, and then there's Content Manager. And right now we're running, so we've got Reshade and SweetFX running. We've got Assetto by Night running. This is a mod track, mod skin on the car. We've got the Fonseca pack running, and Content Manager. Yeah, I think I said that. What else do we have running? Good Bad Weather. But then we also have Assetto by Night sort of overwrites Good Bad Weather, but you can run the two together. It's crazy. And of course, all of these things, the developers and mod makers work with one another, but not 100%. So not all of these mods get along with each other, like right out of the box. So I guess I'm sort of proud of the fact that I was able to like go on enough forums and go on enough Reddits and find all the crap I needed to get all of these working together at once. And I'm sort of proud of it. And I'm a little bit, I don't know, amused and irritated that as of September 12th, it won't matter because apparently the new Assetto Corsa has all this stuff in it native. And within a few weeks, there'll be mods for it, and people will be doing their thing. But, yeah, man, it's that mod life. It's just irresistible to be able to take a video game and tweak it and make it do things that, I mean, that you can find plenty of threads to this day that say you can't, that there is no dynamic lighting. You cannot have night racing in Assetto Corsa. You just can't do it. And somebody went out and did it. And if you can find all the parts and put them together, you can have night racing in Assetto Corsa. It's not dynamic yet. It's getting there, and it's a shame that Competizione, I guess, is going to sort of overwrite this. Oh, that's nice. Always like that shot through the fence. Assetto Corsa Competizione is, I think, going to take a lot of the pressure off Assetto Corsa to be a game with night racing, to be a game with weather. So I feel like the modding may drop off a little bit, but man, what an accomplishment. The game itself, and then for the modders to go in and I can't even tell you the first time I saw this, because I really love the physics and the competition of Assetto Corsa. But no night racing, and I can't even tell you, man, the first video I saw with night racing, it's like, wait a minute, and you just start clicking on links, finding pieces, get you some. So yeah, man, excited about it, and it's just been, I say this so often, it is an awesome time to be in simulation gaming. It is just, you can't beat it. And I feel like we're getting, I don't know if you've heard the, whoa, bobble. I don't know if you've ever heard the expression, the uncanny valley. But the uncanny valley is a term that describes when when a visual is rendered in a way that it is close enough to reality to sort of fool the eye, but it's not quite perfect, and some people find it very upsetting. The classic example is the Polar Express, where, you know, if you look at a cartoon or something, if you look at The Simpsons, you can obviously tell that they're people, right? They're humanoid people, but they don't look anything like people. They're not trying to fool the eye. They're yellow, for goodness sakes. They're not trying to fool the eye. Something like Polar Express or Beowulf, they are trying to fool the eye. They're trying to be that good. But they didn't quite pull it off. And so the uncanny valley is the feeling that you get when something is very, very close to looking like a person or looking like real life, and yet there are things that aren't quite right, and because your mind or your eye thinks that it's seeing something real, then your eye is like, okay, I'm looking at something real, but there must be something wrong with it, rather than having, I guess, the subconscious or sort of automatic understanding that, no, this isn't real, so there can be all kinds of things wrong with it. So that's the uncanny valley, is that sort of awkward or uncomfortable feeling you get when something is very close to real, but not quite. So I think within the next, I don't know, 2 years, 5 years, I believe video games, including people, are going to be photorealistic enough to fool the eye. And it's almost there right now. It's very, very close. But I think we're coming up on a kind of a jump forward in gaming, where video games will look like movies, and we will be able to, in simulation, we will be able to essentially control another reality that exists only in our gaming systems. And that's just amazing. I can't believe that I'm alive to see that happen. That is just straight up voodoo, man. Crazy. Anyway, so yeah, Assetto Corsa. Sorry, I got kind of philosophical there, but what a fantastic game. I love it. And you know, for some of my other videos, I got to Assetto Corsa, I came to Assetto Corsa about a year and a half ago, which is relatively late. And I came to it via Project Cars, that was my race sim for a while. And I was lucky enough to find out there are a lot of other sims that are a lot more realistic and a lot more simulation and less video game. And there's nothing wrong with Project Cars 2. It's a blast to play, but it is definitely more on the game side than on the sim side. We started, this was a field of 20. We started in 20th, and we're up to about 10th, and I think I'm going to end it. I'm going to cut the video off the end of this lap, because it spreads out a little bit. It's endurance racing, you know? It's them GT cars. It spreads out, and everything just kind of whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, tires are starting to go away already, man. That is a long lap at Le Mans. Fantastic. Right, so we'll get through the chicanes here and call it an episode. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Assetto Corsa. We'll see you next time. Take care.